Kimberly, and welcome to the HR Strategist YouTube channel.
In today's video, I will be sharing with you 2 reasons why and when you should update your job description.
In order to be an effective manager, you must learn how to optimize the performance of your work teams. In order to do that, you must first be very familiar with what it is you have hired your employees to do. Now, in management, there is a common practice of developing job descriptions and then letting them fall by the wayside, meaning you very seldom go back and review them. Today, I want to talk about why that is a bad idea, because job descriptions are actual guides to performance. It is what we use to determine what will be the best fit for the role, as well as how do we know that this employee is actually meeting standards. So if you add and subtract things from the role, you want to make sure you're updating on a regular basis. One of the reasons why or when you should update is when duties change. As a manager, I know for me, I oftentimes moved tasks from one job to the next, or from one desk to the next. I often did that when it made better sense for workflow in the department. I did it when one employee's skill set was better suited for the task that I was looking for to be completed, as well as time in regards to how long it would take something to happen or how efficient I wanted this thing to be done in terms of time. I often move that task from one desk to the next. And in doing so, you want to make sure that you update the job description for the individual in which you have made these changes. And we're going to talk about why in a minute. Another reason why you want to update, or when you should update your job descriptions, is when you are discussing or updating your equipment, software, and any tools that it may take in order to complete this job. The rule of thumb is this: if the equipment, tools, and software that are being changed is going to require the employee to either enhance, develop, or gain a new skill set, you want to make sure that you add these changes to the new job description or revised job description. The next thing I want to talk about is why you want to do this. This is very important to me because we have gotten into the habit of leaving a lot of questions out there on the table because it works better for us as managers. Ambiguity in your roles and responsibilities is a common practice in management. Oftentimes it's done intentionally. We do it so that we can add and subtract from your role at will. But what it does is it disengages employees because they begin to feel manipulated. There is nothing more irritating to a manager to hear your employee say, "That's not my job," in response to something you have asked them to do. You oftentimes get that when an employee is indeed not sure or have become confused about what it is you have hired them to do. And that is because we neglect to update employees or constantly remind them about their job description. So the first or the common thing we like to do when an employee say, "That's not my job," is to be offended, number one, and number two, say, "You're not committed" or "You're not engaged." Well, if you were actually in a position where someone was constantly switching things up on you, I believe you too will become disengaged as well. So that is something that we want to pull back from as managers in order to maximize the performance of our employees. You have to remember that job descriptions serve several functions. Number one, it helps you find the best fit for the job. Number two, it keeps things rolling along within your department so that everyone knows who's responsible for what. It can help you in terms of setting compensation. It can also save you time and effort and energy and aggravation when you are involved in litigation. I want to close with this simple fact. Job descriptions are not required. There is nothing that states you legally have to have a job description for all the roles within your department or within your organization. However, I am a champion for job descriptions because they are at the baseline or the foundation of great work teams. If you honestly take a look at them and learn how to use them, job descriptions can become your best friend in regards to helping moving your teams forward. I have one additional tip for you. Once you have reviewed your job descriptions, I want you to actually sign and date it and add it to a database. Therefore, you can see the continuous change that occurs or the evolution that happens within your department. After you have done that, I want you to actually sit down with your employees and have them acknowledge, read, and sign that job description so they too will know what it is that you expect of them and they know what their performance is being judged on. Thank you for joining me. Again, I am Kimberly, the HR strategist. If you like this information, I ask that you go ahead and give me a thumbs up, like this video, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you know someone who can benefit from the message that was shared today, go ahead and share this message with them via social media. I will greatly appreciate it. And if you want information from me on a regular basis, information that I only share with my subscribers, I invite you to head over to the hrstrategist.net and sign up for email updates.
If you have any questions about the information that was shared today, please feel free to email me at kherring@thehrstrategist.net. You can also find me on Twitter as well as LinkedIn or on my Facebook community page at facebook.com/HRMCCC.
Until next time, I want you to be strategic about your business, and thank you for watching.